Thank you for joining us. We are here to preview with an OLBG member. We're going to be previewing the Chelsea versus Swansea football game, which takes place on the first week of the new season. 5:15 kickoff, and it'll be on TV, which we can't wait because it means football's back. And Gio, you're delighted to see that, aren't you?
Indeed, it's been a long summer for a Scottish fan.
Well, your league's already started, isn't it, up there? But we know you love the Premier League. That's why we have you on these hangouts. It's the best league in the world, isn't it? Let's be honest. Most entertaining, and also one you can find some value-priced winners on, which is what our job is, and our app that I'll be taking you through as the evening goes on. Who I present to will be of the app and not of myself. And Gio represents himself. He's an OLBG member with a good betting record. And Gio, these teams, interesting. Give us your overview on each of them. We'll start with the champions, Chelsea. Obviously had a blip or bad performance, or just weren't there, depending on if you Charity Shield. Are you panicked over that? Are you really into it?
To be honest with you, Sam, I didn't watch it. West Ham were on at the same time in a friendly, and I valued that more than the Community Shield game.
The Community Shield is a glorified friendly, so Jose would probably have agreed with you.
But no, I don't read too much into it at all. But I don't know. We did a title show which is on YouTube, and I just think Mourinho's a bit rattled this summer because he's seen Petr Cech leave. He didn't want him to go to Arsenal, but he was sold to Arsenal. He's now looking at Danny Rose at Tottenham, which is a very weird one. I think he needs a left back, and it looks like he's going to try and get Danny Rose, and he's told Tottenham to name his price.
He's not a Chelsea player, is he?
Oh, I think Mourinho's just gone a bit funny, and he's started poking every manager with a stick now. He's had a go at Rafa Benitez. He's had his go at Arsene Wenger. I think he's struggling a bit this summer.
Wow, that's a bold statement, and Chelsea fans will be looking forward to me playing that back to you come the end of May when Chelsea are lifting probably, who knows, a treble. But let's look at their strong points. Eden Hazard's not left. There's been barely any rumblings about him leaving this summer. I think he could quite conceivably go to either Real Madrid and Barcelona and fit as well. Barcelona probably wouldn't get in ahead of what they've got, but Real Madrid is certainly going to be in there. He's got to be another key man for them, especially with this issue around strikers. Do you think Jose's not so worried about Costa's injury proneness, Falcao's possible poor form, and Remy being offside all the time? Because he can play without a striker. He's got Fabregas, he's got Hazard. Doesn't really need a striker, does he?
No, not really. I think they showed it last season as well when they only really had Costa and Remy, and they had Drogba, but he wasn't very effective. Drogba was essentially playing without a striker when he was on the pitch. But like you said, Hazard is just world class. He can win points on his own. He scored that goal in the friendly where he took on half the Barcelona team. He's an unbelievable talent.
We must mention, of course, Swansea. I don't think teams come to Stamford Bridge now and clam up like they used to. I don't think they've got that fear factor in the Mourinho side. That's not to say they're not good. I get loads of people knocking it. They are the champions. They play exceptionally well, but with the style of football they played, especially towards the end of last season, do you think Swansea will go, well, we don't feel like we're going to get battered 5-0, we'll try and attack? Do you think that they're going to set up to have a go at Chelsea this day? Do you think they're definitely going to try? Teams of old used to go there and play for a 0-0, didn't they? I don't think teams will do that so much this season, especially after what they've seen in previous years.
No, I don't think Swansea will go there for the 0-0. Last season when we did the hangouts, I banged the drum for Gary Monk. I'm a huge fan of his, and I'm going to stick with that. He's shown that he's taken the style where Swansea used to play this passive football, and he still does that. But I think he's a bit more tactically switched on, and then the likes of Brian Laudrup. Last season, they haven't travelled much in pre-season, which is something I find interesting. Swansea, they've stuck to the UK quite a lot, and I think that'll work really well for them. They've had a really good
their MRs last year when they were off and about in different European countries. They won't have to contend with this year.
Yeah, so I'm going to go against a lot of people on this, Sam, I'm afraid.
Wow, okay. Well, I'm putting the odds on the screen. For what it's worth, members I've spoken to, Swansea seem a bit in the middle of the road team. They're not going to get into trouble but they're not going to be probably. I think they're going to be competing with the Crystal Palaces, the West Hams, maybe the Newcastles this year, and they're going to be sort of in that little mix, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's where I see him as well. As much as I like Swansea and I like Gameweek, they're not. I don't think they're going to shock anyone. But I had to take a second read through my notes here, Mr. Scruffy writing. But last season, away from home, Swansea only failed to score in 5 games. But when they played the top 6, they scored in every single one of them. And they scored 9 in that out of that 6 games. They scored 9 goals. At Stamford Bridge, it was 4-2. And I think that just shows that they will go and have a pop at Chelsea. Unfortunately for Swansea, obviously, when they played Chelsea at the Liberty Stadium, Chelsea were just lethal, 5-0 up within no time.
It was a very impressive performance that day. The app is giving me, I must say, our members are overwhelmingly voting with their statistics. 96% of the tips are heading for Chelsea to win the game, and there's only 2 on the draw, so that tells you that there are none for Swansea as well, and everyone's backing Chelsea at 1 point. Well, 1.36 I think which is markedly bigger by a fraction or 2, I suppose, than some of the others on the street. I suspect Chelsea, providing they play a strong team. Now, Chelsea the sort of team you've got to watch the team league, isn't it, Joe, would you say? Especially with Costa's injury proneness.
Yeah, I agree with that. I can also see why members are back Chelsea, because they're the most efficient team in England last season. I think that's a key word for me too in judging them last season. They were efficient. 9-1 stands out to me though. I don't like looking at it. Take that off my screen, but
10-1 there with Betfair. 10-1.
It's a massive price. That's a massive carrot for me. That
it's a trading price, isn't it? If you were to take that onto the exchanges, and now with the modern advent of cash out with a lot of bookmakers, if Swansea did manage to go a goal up inside 5 minutes, or even better, just before half time, you would be looking at being able to turn that into a profit, which is what a lot of people tend to try and do now. Some of our members love it, some hate it. Some people always tell you never cash out. You've got to run your bet through. And if you're looking to make profit and that's an angle you want to go with, and I know you've got a bet lined up around Swansea scoring, you can tell us about it a little bit. So that's possibly something to think about. My argument would be, I know you said you didn't catch a lot of it, the Charity Shield. I had a couple of friends that went to the game, and a couple of OLBG members went to the game. And the overriding impression was Arsenal looked that bit fitter. They seemed to have more of an edge to them. They'd obviously been back in their own backyard for a week before Chelsea, whereas Chelsea were travelling. They'd been smashing teams for fun in the Emirates Cup. And they did look quicker by a yard. I'm not sure if Chelsea were best organised either on the day. They looked a bit higgledy-piggledy. Obviously, Remy's not played that much for them. He came off and Falcao came on. Didn't disgrace himself, but at the same time still didn't convince myself and many other fans that he's going to be a big signing for them. Do you think maybe, if you're talking now and up to experience, that you're not going to expect Chelsea to be sluggish, or maybe it's going to give them a bit of a sense of, this is what counts, isn't it? If you gave Mourinho the choice, Charity Shield or 3 points in the first day of the season, he doesn't want to drop points. Let's be honest.
No, I totally agree with that. I think you're bang on there. I think he would take 3 points in this game. And John Terry was right. I've seen his interview saying that this is maybe the boot they deserve. They need this kick to just refocus them a wee bit and just give them a bit of a shake. Swansea could obviously be on the backlash of the result from last week. But we'll wait and see.
I would be amazed if Swansea ended up getting hit for 6 or anything silly like that. I don't think we're advocating that would happen. But for me, I looked at the members' comments. I've got Xstats, who's a profitable member for us. The last 3 months he's made profit on football betting. He sat there saying, last season Chelsea something like 9 in the last 19 games they conceded. So I appreciate you're going to go completely against that and suggest Swansea are going to score at least 1, but Chelsea are defensively effective. They only conceded 1 in the Charity Shield, and they're going to be that bit sharper. What's your angle on why Swansea will score?
Just the stats from last season, I suppose. The fact they scored against the top 6 away from home each game. It's evens. You can get evens for Swansea just to score a goal, and I think that's incredible odds for it. Last season they opened the scoring at Stamford Bridge. It was through an own goal, but they took the lead in the 10th minute against Chelsea, and I just think they're going to go there in confidence. And I was reading Gary Monk's interview, and he's very confident about the way his transfer window's gone. He said it's the strongest squad Swansea have ever had. And most managers are also going to talk it up a wee bit. But there's a lot of managers that play down their chances as well.
So you're telling Dan Bradley, X-Stats, and everyone else on the app that's backing under 2.5 goals that they're probably going to be wasting their time, aren't they? Because at even money, they're saying to you they think there'll be less than 2.5 goals. But when you think about it, if Swansea you think are going to score at least one, but you still think Chelsea are going to win, unless you think you're going to be looking at around a 2-1 result, it's not going to be worth backing them.
Yeah, we'll wait and see. I know I'm going against the majority here, but I do think Swansea will score.
No, that's absolutely fine. That's why we get you on here, Gio, and it's part of the fun. And we want you guys to comment as well. Give your match predictions on the bottom. Subscribe to the videos. Both Chelsea and Swansea will be covered extensively throughout the season by us. We touched a lot. We've got a title preview video you can see. Gio gives his thoughts around Chelsea as well as other OLBG members and Swansea fans. We won't forget about you. We'll be covering you a lot this year as well because I think Swansea play some of the best football in the Premier League, Gio.
Yeah, definitely. I enjoy watching them. When West Ham were looking for a manager in the summer, and when we got linked with Gary Monk briefly, I was delighted. I was really hoping we were going to get him. They're a team to watch, I think.
Excellent. Well, be interesting to see. The app is giving a unanimous vote to Chelsea. Gio's going to put up his only bet of the game, probably being that Swansea are going to score a goal at even money. Who's that with, Gio? Which bookmaker?
Betfred have got even money. And there's a lot of bookies that don't have it yet because when we're recording, it's on a Tuesday. So it's not available with everyone yet. So it's worth checking your bet five and such like. But currently it's with Betfred.
Well pointing out. And if you do think Swansea are value from the argument Gio's made, I don't think that 10-to-1 will last. You may want to snuffle that up as we are watching this because I'd be amazed if it's still there, especially Chelsea without Diego Costa, which is a very strong possibility. Gio, do you think they'll dip into the transfer market just quickly?
Was that, sorry?
Chelsea, they're going to go into the transfer market before the end of August?
Yeah, I think a fullback's a priority because Mourinho was saying they've only got two. Now that they sold Louis back to Atletico Madrid. So we'll wait and see who they get. It'll be interesting as to who they get for left back.
And very quickly, Swansea, where are they going to finish this season? Give us a position.
8th.
8th. I think the fans would probably take that. Let us know. Comment on the video or on the blog and let us know, guys. Subscribe and you're going to get more content throughout the season. Gio, thank you so much for being with us this evening and giving your view on the game. Hope you enjoy it, guys. And we look forward to hearing views. Get in touch, subscribe to get more match previews. Essentially, different OLBG members will be covering. We've got loads coming up throughout the season. Free giveaways, free bets to give away. Just keep it tuned. Thank you for your time, Gio.
No problem.